Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Now, real quickly, before we go to Mac from Klama's question, one last thing I want, and I remembered. Remember, I said that, I'm like, if I remember. One of the things that you can do to any of these stuffer baits, if you find that you're having a hard time with getting your leader, especially if you go larger, like a 40-pound and in some cases 50-pound leader, which by all means, as long as you can get your baits to run the right way, especially if you're in buoy 10 or for that matter anywhere, if you can get away with 40-pound plus, it's an advantage. Fish don't care. Those fish don't care. You can always take and drill the holes out, either in your super baits or in the cut plugs or the spinning fish. You can always drill those holes out just to make them a little bit bigger to get a little bit larger diameter leader through there. Only tip I'll give to that is if you do that, make sure that you don't have any burrs or any weird little edges on the very front of those baits. You don't want to start wearing on your leader. It's going to happen, but you don't want to add to it. That's another thing I would say is always pay attention to your leader where all these baits spin on it, okay? Because sometimes you're going to see it get off color. That's because it's getting worn. Take it apart, retie it. Don't lose a fish because you were too lazy. Okay, Mac from Clam has got a question about dog training. I'll do the best I can. Mac, what's going on?
Hi, Owen. How are you today?
I'm doing great, bud.
Good. Hey, long lost friends and many acquaintances, and however, watch the show every weekend, so I keep in touch. I got inherited a, let's say, 10-week chocolate lab with sucker written across my forehead because of my 12-year-old daughter, as you know, you can relate.
Yes.
Anyhow, I would like some advice where to start training, of course, for companionship first, but maybe the first step to start training the dog to get into some bird hunting or something.
Well, I would say right now, you can literally not start training a dog if you intend to hunt with it, or if, for that matter, like you mentioned, just a basic obedience, potty training, that kind of stuff. You cannot start training a bird dog early enough. I mean, from the instant that you know that that dog is some point in time going to start hunting, start training it. I mean, there's a number of different things you can do. If it's going to be a bird wing, something with some scent on it, or just a good training, I can't remember the name of the darn training decoy, but there's a number of them that are out there. And to consider also taking it and getting it trained is also something to consider. It is an expense, but if you want to train the dog on your own, I would start immediately. And then I would also do it all day, every day, with every single thing that you do with that dog. No matter if it's feeding or if you're just playing in the backyard, doing something that's going to help train that dog up for being in the duck blind or upland hunting, whatever it might be. And that could be just as easy as the basics. Sit and stay, come, heel, whatever the word commands that you're going to start using, or retrieve, if that's going to be on the dog's name, or if it's going to be a different term. You can change all that up to what you want to do if you're not going to get it professionally trained. But every single thing that you do all day long pertains to bird hunting. Now, the dog might not even know that, but when you get into the situation where the dog's actually hunting, 8 months, 9 months, a year old, whatever that turns out to be, that those commands, they understand what it is that you're telling them. Those are so many steps ahead of where a lot of people are that try to train their dogs on their own. That is super important that you just start now and do it all day, every day, until that dog starts hunting. And then it's literally a thing that you'll be doing with that dog every day for the rest of its life and the time that you're going to be fishing, or excuse me, hunting. Mac, I hope it helps in some way, but they're yelling at me. I got to get out, but I hope it helps. If we can help with anything more in the future, let us know.